Ethical decision-making is a skill. It's a skill that's no different from being a photojournalist and going out and shooting every day, or being a reporter and writing, or producing a show. It's a skill that should be practiced, just like any of those other skills are. So let's talk a little bit about how we make good ethical decisions. One of the things that we start on when we see a piece of sensational video, or we're listening to a piece of sensational sound, or we're looking at a picture that has something sensational about it, is strong and compelling, we have a reaction to it. And one of those reactions would be what we would call a gut reaction. It's that emotional reaction we get when we first see something. Our gut reactions tend to be emotional, and they tend to be personal. And let's think about why that might not be the best way to make good, strong, ethical decisions. Why is that? Because when we're making gut reactions, the gut reaction tends to be one of two things, doesn't it? It tends to be either yes or no. Our decision is either right or it's wrong. Gut reactions aren't bad. They inform us in how our community might react, how our viewers will react to stories that we see and to pictures that we see. But we don't want to make decisions based only on that. So when we go up to that next level, the next level that we work off of is rule obedience. Rule obedience. What rules do we have in our newsrooms that tell us how to react to certain things? So, do we show dead bodies? Do we show blood? Do we show dead animals? How do we react to showing violence on our newscasts? These are the rules, the kinds of rules that we have in our organizations. Now, I would suggest to you that rules have a problem. And the problem is that when we have rules, we create an artificial ceiling for our decision making. So rather than talking about rules, we suggest that you start talking about guidelines. We put guidelines in our newsrooms in order to tell us philosophically, how does our newsroom want to react to certain things that are happening, to pictures, sound? How do we want to react? The beautiful thing about guidelines is we remove the ceiling, don't we? And we're able to rise above and begin working on ethical decision making based upon reflection and reasoning. This is where our best decisions are made. Our best decisions are made when we're able to rise above all these other artificial stimuli that we have. And we're able to talk amongst each other about what the best decision can be. Now, reflection and reasoning requires more than one person in order to make a decision. Reflection and reasoning requires multiple perspectives. So what we want to do is we want to bring together different people from the newsroom, different people from the organization, different people from the station, in order to bring as many perspectives in as we possibly can, in order to help us make a better decision. By having good perspectives, we add then options to our decision making and alternatives. What can we do? What are the ideas we can have? Now, I suggest when we have options and alternatives based on the input that we've gotten, I suggest that we try to come up with at least 3 alternatives every time we have a difficult ethical decision. Why 3? Well, because the first 2 are pretty easy. Yes, we do it, or no, we don't. The third alternative forces you to think more about how we can do something based upon the guidelines that we have in our newsrooms, based upon the reactions that we think our viewers will have, and most importantly, based upon all the different perspectives that we've brought in. I mean, the first thing that we have to remember is there really aren't any right answers to this. There really aren't any wrong answers. The only answer you want is what is the best answer for the issue that you're trying to solve. And the best answer is going to be along this line of perspectives and input, options and alternatives.